That's
go.
hyphy. Did you want that hype?
That shit.
Sorry, stop. You gotta stop when
Let's
I'm
go.
see.
Go ahead.
Anyways,
Let's
you gotta see. Leave me alone.
go.
All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl, Rose Sonise, and welcome back to the Rose Sonise Show podcast. I have a special guest in the building.
What's going on? Noizebeatz.
Hey, what's up, Noizebeatz? Welcome back to the Rose Sonise Show.
Hey, what's happening?
This is like, what, your third time being on my show?
My third time being on your show, man. Let's see where we. Like, I want to talk about that real talk. Let's talk about, you know what I'm saying, this life. Let's talk about what's going on, man. I'm so hyped to be on the show. What's going on?
Oh, that's good. That's right. I'm hyped to have you on the show again. All right, so let's jump right into it. We're gonna talk about Bow Wow and his girlfriend. What was her name? Leslie. No, Holden. Was it Leslie Holden?
Leslie Holden. That's her name? Holden?
I believe so.
Yeah.
And that whole situation that happened on Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah, man. I got questions.
Okay, so according to Atlanta Associated Press, rapper Bow Wow and his girlfriend argued over her interaction with another man at a party they attended. But each said the other was responsible for the fight that got them both arrested, according to the police report. So basically, Bow Wow, aka Shad Moss, and his girlfriend Leslie Holden were both charged with battery after an officer was unable to excuse me, Lord have mercy, to determine who was the primary aggressor in the fight early Saturday. So basically, from what the article is saying, just let me paraphrase, is that Bow Wow got mad that he saw his girlfriend talking to another dude and confronted her, and apparently was saying that, let's see. Yeah, so this is what it says. The officer responded to a call at the rapper's Midtown Atlanta address around 4:15 in the morning and spoke to Holden in a parking garage. The police report says as she and Moss argued about a conversation she had with another man at the party, Moss became violent, dragged her from the bedroom at his residence, and told her to leave. And that's what his girlfriend Leslie told the officer. That's crazy, right?
That's crazy.
Super crazy.
Super crazy.
Okay, yeah, let's break this down because this is levels to it. This is just the beginning.
Right.
Okay, so first of all, they both called the police on each other. Did you know that?
I think the whole situation is crazy. Let me tell you why I think it's crazy. Right? Because number one, I get it. If you're in Atlanta and you actually are in a situation with another person, it don't matter if you're a girl or female, you take your asses both to jail. So that's number one. Now number two, this is my thing. I just seen a video, right, on Baller's Report, right? I think I seen the video where she was in the elevator. You know what I'm saying? And I seen now, like, okay, people are having mixed situations about why was he the aggressor? Was his Bow Wow on his aggressive stuff? And why was he all in her face? Number one, as you can clearly see on the video in the elevator, it looks like she had her keys. And now I'm looking at the situation. It looks like she had the keys in his hands, or his keys in her hands. And next thing you know, all of a sudden, he's over here trying to get her keys back. Now, let's go, brothers. Let's just talk about this, right? If you in a situation and your woman or one of the girls you mess with got your keys, the first thing is to, number one, try to get your keys back, point blank. So you see him reaching for her hands and being like, yo, give me my keys back. Give me my keys back. And then she's like, nope, 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 nope. You know how it is. Like, nope, nope, nope. So and all of a sudden, the next thing you know, he tries to get his keys back. It looks in the video, he's in her face, yeah, but he didn't touch her. He didn't hit her. And he looks in his face, he get in the face, and then he gets the keys. Boom. You see the key card go exchange from her hand, and they saying, he got in her face and said, "I wish you would. I wish you would." So she was like, "I do this. I fuck up your shit. I do whatever he said." And he got in her face. Then now people are trying to be like, "Oh, Bow Wow, I knew he was the one being aggressive. See, that's why." Yo, you tell me what you gonna do in a situation if somebody had your keys and probably gonna throw them across the motherfucking river. You never know.
Okay, first of all, the situation is not funny. It's a serious situation, but I was just laughing at the fact that you said throw the keys in the river.
Yeah.
So, okay, I didn't see the video, but thank you for the breakdown. So, what I can imagine is that if what the police report says is true, if Bow Wow was confronting her about talking to another man,
right,
inappropriately or whatever, or disrespecting him,
right,
in the way she was talking to this other man,
right,
and he was like, "No, you gotta leave. Come give me my key," or whatever the case may be.
right.
And then, I could see being a female if, let's just play it two ways. If I was not guilty, and he was just being jealous, and was like overreacting and being insecure, I'm gonna be like, "No, nigga, you tripping. I'm gonna keep your keys, and you gotta stop tripping."
Right.
But okay, on the other end, or excuse me, on the other end of that, which is saying that, let's say I was guilty, I was flirting with another man, what I would do would be, maybe if I was like a hot-headed, ratchet type chick, I would maybe get in his face and be like, "Nah, fuck you. I can talk to whoever I want to talk to. I can do what I want to do."
Right.
So, I mean, if we were to, based on what you said you saw in the video, maybe she was a little guilty if she was being so aggressive.
Right.
Back to him.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know. The police report says that when Leslie Holden initially called the police, Moss and his friends kept her from leaving the bedroom and didn't open the door for the officer. And Leslie said, that's what Leslie told the officers. And the police report says the officer left because no one opened the door. And then Moss, see, their whole story is different, guys. And so Moss, which is Bow Wow, told the officer he confronted his girlfriend when they got home because she was all over another man at the party and he felt disrespected. Bow Wow said that Leslie, his girlfriend, started yelling and he told her to leave. When, I don't know, something's wrong with this article. He said when he put her bags at the door, Leslie became aggressive, threw a lamp, but missed hitting him. That's what Bow Wow said. So, but Bow Wow had all the scratches on his neck, on his face, and he had like a bite mark. Like I saw 2 good teeth marks in the side of that picture. Did you see the picture?
Yeah, I saw the picture. It was crazy.
Right? I mean, the whole situation is crazy. So, I mean, did Leslie post any pictures about any scratches or bruises on her?
No, I didn't even see no pictures with that.
Right. So, I mean, this is kind of crazy. So, the lawyer that is representing Leslie, Bow Wow's girlfriend, and the lawyer that is representing Bow Wow said in a statement that Leslie, Bow Wow's girlfriend, was not the aggressor, but rather, no, let me correct myself. I'm so sorry. Bow Wow's girlfriend's got 2 lawyers, Mr. Stalling and Mr. Metcham. They said in a statement on Thursday that she was not the aggressor, but rather the victim. And that once all the facts are presented, we are confident that she will be exonerated of all charges. So, and this is what Bow Wow's lawyer said in a statement on Saturday. It says that Leslie was clearly the primary aggressor and that Bow Wow, Moss, was the victim. 2 witnesses said that Leslie was, without a doubt, the primary aggressor. And that's according to Bow Wow's lawyer. And I mean, that's what the pictures say too.
Right.
And that's an important thing, folks, like that sometimes we forget that there's women that could be abusive too in relationships. Like we always think that
Right.
the man is the aggressor,
Right.
and that's not always the case.
Absolutely not. And that's the thing, man. Um, I mean, that was just the main wave, man. Like, at the end of the day, people really, at the end of the day, always want to shit on the homie or the guy who's actually in the situation of with a woman, and they always think it's the man first. But a lot of times, women are, sometimes women are just the more aggressive situation at the time. I mean, Bow Wow little. You know what I'm saying?
But,
And they,
but Leslie, she looks little too.
yeah, but same thing though. Same time though, it's a situation, man, where like sometimes these chicks be out here going extra ham, and you can't do nothing but just let it go because at the end of the day, you either going to jail or y'all both going to jail. So what he could have did, he could have left the situation all alone and just be like, all right, cool, you gonna be like that? All right, whatever, fuck it, man. Let me just give me another key, man. Whatever. Woo. Yeah, he probably definitely took his anger and all that shit over to another level. But same time though, it's just extra. You know what I'm saying? It's like a whole nother level. So like it just didn't make sense. I mean,
What didn't make sense?
the whole situation as far as going to where like him going to her face and actually fighting, and I'm not fighting her, but like the whole basically I would have left. I wouldn't even let it get to that far because I would have me going to jail. It ain't worth it.
Well, you're smart.
Yeah, but everybody ain't smart.
Exactly.
You.
So yeah, hopefully y'all listening today to get a little get some tips because you should nobody, regardless if you male or female, should be hitting another person. Point blank. Period. You
Right.
shouldn't be biting nobody in the side.
Right.
Like she literally bit his rib like he was like a beef rib.
Right.
And that's not cute.
Nah, not
It's
at
not
all.
cute, and it's not cute scratching somebody's face, but it's a very real thing. And there's some domestic violence stats that I want to talk about real quick, and then we're gonna like kind of go back and forth.
Right.
And like according to the National Coalition Against Domestic Violence, on average, nearly 20 people per minute are physically abused by an intimate partner in the United States. During 1 year, this equates to more than 10 million women and men. That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people.
It's a gang of people. So this is just something that the Bow Wow situation is just kind of like shedding light that, young people go through domestic violence issues too. It's not just like an older married couple thing. Sometimes it could just be like some young relationship type stuff.
Right.
So have you ever been in a situation?
No, I mean, thank God, I haven't.
Okay. Well, I'll talk about. I've been in a situation, but I didn't call the police, and I don't know why.
Well, probably because you was young and you didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? It happens for most of it.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing is like it's. I think okay. So the audio came out when Leslie decided to call the police. She was it was after the whole thing had happened.
Right. So
And
it
she
sounded
was
like
like
she was trying
out.
to be some revenge.
So you think it's revenge?
If she called after the whole situation happened, why you didn't call before?
Well, I think part of the story was saying that they wouldn't. She was telling the officers in the police report that they wouldn't let her leave.
Mm-hmm.
I think somebody had called the police. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had called the police because they heard, I think one of the neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, okay, so an additional 911 call was made by the apartment building's manager claiming a resident heard a male voice saying he would slap the fuck out of this bitch. So I think that when the police came after that call, according to Leslie, they were holding her in the room and she couldn't leave. So when she made her 911 call, she had left the house and was in her car.
Mm.
So I mean, it
think
kind of
that,
makes a little bit of sense, but there's some missing
Right,
pieces.
some missing pieces.
It's some real missing pieces. Like you think it was revenge.
I think it was just one of those situations that's a woman's just being spiteful at the end of the day. I'm not saying all women are being spiteful, so let me just correct that. But I'm just saying sometimes it's just like, I'm not saying I'm on Bow Wow side either. You know what I'm saying? But I am saying that, hey, we all have an opportunity to leave. We have the opportunity to stay. So whichever you really want to do. But that situation, you could tell it was gonna be a petty situation anyway. She was being funny. She was like, talking shit to him. She was pushing him to the limit. He was pushing her to the limit. It was just two people just beefing, going in and then again. But the problem is what we do got to stop doing is we got to get out of people relationships. Everybody have their own relationships. Everybody has their own identity. Everybody has their own situation. We always want to be in another star face. We always want to be in another star, mind, set and stuff like that, so we can have somebody to blame instead of blaming our own self. Most of everybody too, we also have issues with, socially being inclined with other people because our own situation is fucked up. You just never know. So I'm just going speaking off of, at the end of the day, they were both in an immature position in their at their time, you know what I'm saying? So boom, what happened was happened. The police got called. Regardless, it didn't matter who was at fault or none. He was still there. The police got called. So goddamn it, they both going to jail. Just how it works in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, that's good. That's not good, but I think it is because if they both contributed to the situation and they both were blaming each other, then that's true. Y'all both going to jail. And they both were charged with misdemeanor. I can't even talk. Misdemeanor battery. So there you go. And the crazy thing is that, not to say that she wasn't hit or anything, but the crazy thing is that that she didn't have. I was gonna say that Leslie did not have any like physical bruises or anything like that. Mm-hmm. Not to say that she wasn't hit or anything, but it was. I don't know how. No, not that. Maybe he didn't hit her. Maybe she was the aggressor.
I didn't see he got hit. She got hit. I didn't see anywhere.
Yeah,
where she did get hit.
And that's crazy because because she was aggressor. But you know what? That's the weird thing, that they both got arrested, but only she had. Only Bow Wow had the scratches and the bite.
Right.
I don't know. That's kind of interesting because I think
kind of weird.
Because I think that if it was like the other way around,
right?
If a man had, if the woman had those same scratches and bite marks, I think he would have went to jail. I don't think she would have went to jail. You know what I mean?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm sorry. Absolutely not. Absolutely. I get exactly what you're saying. But,
Do you think that's like a male bias?
That why he got to go to jail?
That he went to jail too? Or you think that was just a Atlanta thing?
It's just what it is. Like, I think in most states right now, if one person starts to fight and y'all both there, they both taking both of you. And you call the police? Yeah, they taking both of you. So that's I just think that's just how, that's just how it both just goes down in general. But yeah, that's how it go. What do you think about this 21 Savage stuff?
Have
you heard the situation?
Yeah, I did. But can I say something real quick?
Go ahead.
And then we'll go back into that. I just want to say that if you or you're someone is a victim of domestic violence, call the National Domestic Violence Hotline at 1-800-799-7233 or visit the website. Yeah. Okay, that's all I wanted to say, just in case anybody's listening and needs any help or advice on how to deal with these issues.
I feel you.
Yeah. I just, Okay, so back to 21 Savage. You were saying that, he's being deported. So
no, he's not being deported. He's not being deported.
He's not being deported anymore?
Not yet. We don't know yet. we right now. I mean, the whole thing is with 21 Savage. This is the problem we're having, or trouble we have with people with our situation with. We got black men who have a platform right now. Right now, we got Trump trying to figure a way to X him out for no reason. I mean, me personally, as you know, I don't know if you know, but Jay-Z got his lawyers on it because of the fact that, number one, 21 Savage has been arrested before. All right, so it's not like they didn't know he went from Great Britain. They didn't see his situation. They looked that up automatically. It just happens in law. The fact that the guy got on national TV, had a platform on a big late night TV show, and then all of a sudden started talking about immigration. Boom! Now all of a sudden he's arrested by ICE. Now ICE is a company who's there, formerly known as taking people towards pretty much deporting people. That's what they do. And pretty much right now, you got 21 Savage. He ain't been able to see any light. He actually kind of been in lockdown, and people don't understand. Like, this is a multi-million-dollar guy who literally had a platform, and now they're trying to do something with their platform and kill the platform for our black people. So my thing is, how do you feel about the whole situation and him, being from Great Britain, being from this whole thing where they locking him down and trying to get him deported? How you feel about it?
I will say that my grandmother's from England. Shout out to the UK. But on a more like serious note, I think it's bullshit. Like, real talk. I think it's bullshit, and I think you're right. I think it's a lot to do with timing of it all, and that it's not just a coincidence that it's happening the way that it's happening, and after the fact that he kind of took a political stance, and it's almost like he's getting like Colin Kaepernickized.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And the crazy thing is that not that I'm glad that it's happening, but it is shedding a light on the bigger issue that immigration not only affects our Mexican Americans or Mexican people, it affects everybody.
Right.
And it's a big issue.
Right.
And more people need to pay attention and realize that, hey, it's a slippery slope. Right. If we start, if they start having policies in place that affect one cultural group, who's to say that's not going to affect you later on? So that's why this whole immigration thing is important, is because it's going to affect all of us, especially being people of color,
right,
or coming from other countries. And I don't know. I just think that the crazy part is that hopefully him having some money, he'll get lawyered up and be able to overcome this situation and have more music to talk about it.
Right.
And hopefully a lot of more people are paying attention to the immigration issues that are happening in our country.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, man. So it's just like, man, we gotta just, it sucks that we as black people, we gotta keep going through these extra situations, man, for us trying to whenever we get money, it's always somebody trying to knock our money and knock our, shine off. I think it's just kind of, fucked up in so many different ways why we gotta up something extra. But, at the end of the day, you don't see white people out here doing the same thing as much. They ain't open up. They're not, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just even like going to the whole case of, what's the guy name who's got set up the same time with Bill Cosby? What was his name? The white director?
Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein. You ain't heard no case, no nothing about him.
Yeah, I mean,
I
think
shit.
Right, and I think his was way more recent than the Bill Cosby stuff. Bill Cosby stuff was old. Not to say that it's that doesn't make it okay not to charge him or whatever. And you see that what happened. He was rightfully convicted. So anyway, so the Harvey Weinstein thing, that whole thing really, like, the fact that they did not press any charges against him, and really we haven't heard anything about that low key, like, pissed me off.
It is. So,
And there is definitely a difference on how
mm,
we are treated and how we are criminalized in this country. It's nothing new. It's all history. I mean,
even
hashtag Black History Month,
unknown, even though,
February. I mean, y'all get your history up.
yeah, man. I mean, even though right now I'm just, even new news too, like AJ from 106 in Park, our dear loving Mr. Good AJ from AJ and Free and stuff. Now he was on Extra, and now he just got confirmed that I wish I heard knew it was gonna happen, but now he's been suspended off Extra for admitted to sexual misconduct investigation. So he's admitted to it, which is damn, it's crazy. You never know who.
And this is hot off the press, right?
Hot off the press. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So, and now our our good loving good guy AJ, now he's fucked up for something. Now he's probably blackballed and shit. It's like, damn, man, are we really doing it like that? Like, do we as men have to as we got money? We got money. Why do we gotta force or be all funky with a chick in this entertainment shit? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, listen, guys or girls, y'all really need to understand like the power of consent. Like, you guys really need to make sure people are consenting and that you're not attributing to rape culture. And like sometimes I don't think people really ever even understand like how they can be contributing to sexual misconduct.
Right.
Because you might think like, oh, you have a friendly relationship with this person, if it's a coworker or whatnot, and you get just too comfortable.
Right.
I think that's what happens a lot of the times. People get too comfortable, but you got to realize that, that's the workplace. You guys should not be doing anything
but
inappropriate unless
this is the thing though, man. This is the thing.
you get consent.
I mean, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? And I guess when you got that much power, man, got that much money, you just feel like the consent don't need to be that. It just need to be what it is.
Hashtag not cool.
Right. I mean, I'm just saying. But people, being their own vibe. Not saying it's right, but goddamn, we over here. Damn sure AJ knew goddamn well he shouldn't been fucking with that little girl. Not saying she was little, but I don't know who she was. But the saying is that it's just one of those situations, sadly, that, one of the good, it felt like, we looked at him in the light of this amazing, good, person we grew up listening to. And now now he has admitted, right? That's what it says, admitted. He has definitely, pretty much, sexual harassed the chick. And this is we gotta get better, man. Like, damn it, fucking too.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad to hear that. I mean, anytime you hear anybody that's doing something positive or that has like a positive image in the Black community, and you hear something that they do that's disappointing, you're sad. You're sad. It's like, it's crazy.
Right, man.
And it says, and you know what's crazy? It says he has been suspended after several women. That means 7 or more. Several. Because like a couple is 2, a few is 3 or more. A few. Sometimes the country comes out. A few. F-E-W. Anyways, a few is like 3 or more, and several is like 7. Ooh, Lord. And
sounds like a setup though. Why so many girls waited so late?
I don't know, have come forward accusing him of sexual misconduct. The initial accusations came out months ago, but it seems Warner Brothers Television has officially decided to suspend AJ while they continue their investigation.
Ain't that about a bitch?
So, I mean, I don't
AJ,
know.
Why you, AJ?
But you know what's crazy is that let's see. Warner Brothers released a statement. Warner Brothers Television said that upon becoming aware of the allegations of sexual misconduct against AJ Calloway, we began an internal review to determine whether there had been any misconduct by Mr. Calloway. on Extra,
Mm-hmm.
and whether any employee of the show had been the victim of any such misconduct. And Warner Brothers said that to date, we have found nothing to suggest Mr. Calloway has ever engaged in workplace misconduct.
Right.
So maybe they're just doing that just to cover their ass
Mm-hmm.
so they don't get sued.
Right.
Maybe this was advice on their attorneys
Right.
or HR,
Right.
human resources, for y'all don't know what HR means.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so that's where I think, because like for them to come out in a statement said they haven't found anything yet, but to suspend him, I think they're just doing that to kind of let's let this die down. Let's see if this is bullshit
Mm-hmm.
or this is some real shit.
Right. Yeah, man, it's fucking crazy, man. So what about this, man? How you feel about this whole ban on Gucci?
I say hashtag ban Gucci. Hashtag it's about damn time. Hashtag it was never for us. Hashtag stay woke.
Right.
That's
Stay
what I
woke,
say.
Right? Stay woke.
Yeah, I mean, okay, listen. Not to say that, I mean, let's be real. My money is not up enough to get Gucci like that. But I will say this, is that there's certain brands, high-end designer brands, labels that we all know as Black people that they're not really for us.
Right.
But it's more like of a status thing. And I
Right.
think like a lot of Black people, once they do get their money up, they're like, oh, I'm going to get a Gucci this, or I'm going to get a Prada that, or I'm going to get a Louis this.
Mhm.
And I'm going to get as a sign of status as making it or being accepted by the, what did I kind of say? What word am I looking for?
Status?
It didn't get it. Yeah, accepted by white people. Let's just be
Right.
real.
Right.
So, or, you know, yeah, white people. So I really believe that, like, you know, when people think like that, like, oh, this is going to be a certain level, I'm going to get this, this, and this, and this. My point is that those companies never made anything for us. And maybe some people took that as, oh, okay, I know y'all never made it for us because y'all never thought that we could afford y'all's clothes, labels, and blah, 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 blah. So some people go and get it because of that. Like,
True. So yeah, but you know, I think there's some bullshit. Like they know what they doing. First of all, they already know what the fuck they doing. Even though they overseas, they don't give a fuck. They still know what they doing. They still know damn well they know that blackface is offensive to us. They just do it because they got power.
real talk. I mean, yes, like any major design company can do whatever they want and design whatever they want. And you've seen this happen over and over again. Where's that little the little boy with the monkey shirt on?
The little boy with the monkey was the same goddamn monkey. They know they want black people to be monkeys. Goddamn it, why we always got to be a fucking monkey?
Right. It's just like, come on now. And it's not like, man, it's not like it was Curious George or something. Like, it was a straight monkey that looked like the monkeys from all the black memorabilia
Right.
during the Civil War times.
Right.
And if you don't know what that looks like, just Google it. Hashtag Black
Right.
History Month.
Absolutely.
Why do I have to keep talking about this?
Yeah, it's definitely fucked up.
It's very fucked up. And it's like, the crazy thing is, like, people, I bet you still people were going to buy it. I know nobody's going to burn. Do you think people are going to burn? Because you know how, like, white people burned their Nikes
Mm-hmm.
as a protest against Nike for Colin Kaepernick's deal?
Absolutely.
Do you think that black people are going to burn their Gucci shit?
Man, hell no, they got some real shit. No, I'm not saying they ain't.
Right. If y'all really about this,
Burn it to the
ban,
goddamn ground.
Exactly. Burn your shit to the ground. I need you guys to tag me on Instagram at Rosonice and let me know. I want to see y'all burn your Gucci stuff. If y'all really down for your people and you really want to ban Gucci, let's do what white people did. Let's burn your Gucci shit. Burn the Gucci shit.
Right. That's what it is, man. It's just like We gotta stand up for the people, man. We gotta stand up for the nation. We gotta stand up for everybody, yo. It's crazy. Like, we have to stand up. And you know what I'm saying? We got so much, it's so much, like, just in general, man. Like, we gotta take a stance just in general with our with people, with with our people. Like, we could keep talking, but if we ain't doing nothing in our community, like, what are we doing? What are we standing for?
Right. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Absolutely.
I mean, at least for Black History Month, guys.
Right.
Like, this is really sad, and nobody can tell me that in the design room of Gucci, everybody was like, "Oh my God, that's amazing. That shirt is like amazing," and it just like didn't cross their mind.
Right.
That the exaggerated red lips, it's just too much. That it's a black sweater,
Right.
and the red lips.
Right.
And the way it's shaped. So if you guys haven't saw it, you guys have to take a look at. But it's like the it was like the
it's
Sambo.
Some bullshit.
Right. It's that Sambo character, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just crazy. It's not cute, and it's like very disrespectful to the Black community, and especially Black Americans, because that was like a very derogatory image, and during a very like. I should say for Black Americans, it was a very painful time.
Right.
We had to deal with a lot of unfair and inequalities, and like we were second class citizens.
Right.
We didn't have no rights. We were dehumanized. We were killed. People were killing us and not even getting charged with murder.
Right.
And like, it's a very painful thing, like to then want to celebrate or make something a clothing article about.
Right.
It just they're canceled. Gucci is canceled.
Right. I'm just saying, but on a positive note, we got Pusha T extending Adidas partnership for multi-year, multi-million-dollar deal. Let's give a hand clap to him, because I'm telling you, like, at the end of the day, like, we got somebody. We need more people standing up biggest, showing big shit that we can do shit. Period.
Hey.
As Black people, individuals, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got him going up. They having a crazy celebration, man. Like. And you know what's funny? He's having a good day. He's having a crazy, year pushing T by himself. But, like, we need more people, who can take them stands, man, showing that we can get this money. And we getting this money for the white folks as well. You feel me? So that's one of the big things for that's really that's the best thing we got right now to look up to.
Exactly. And I think it is important to realize that you can make money with brands that understand our community, that stand for equality and justice for everybody, right? And that doesn't perpetuate stereotypes, racist memorabilia from the past,
right?
From their painful past at that. And what I was going to say, and we just need to recognize that there are companies out there like Nike and Adidas, shout out to Adidas and Nike, that understand this. So people we just need to be a little bit more aware and a little bit more educated about what brands that we really should be supporting,
right? And
really stop supporting the brands that do not
support us.
That's
Absolutely.
real.
Yeah, man. So, man, it's Grammy season. It's Grammy week.
I know.
Have you been out to any Grammy parties?
No, unfortunately, I didn't. I should have went to. There was a party, I believe, last night, and I saw a little bit about Instagram. Kiana Lede. Right. And she performed with the Roots band. Yeah, she did. I was so sad. I should have went to that, but I was.
Kiana's live. I like that.
Yeah, she's so good.
Yeah, Kiana's dope. Yeah. I went to a few parties, man. I went to a couple parties, man. It's been one of them days, man. You know what's funny? I do the Grammy season every week. I mean, not every year. And it's always funny. The older you get, the more you be like, fuck this shit. But you got to get out there and just network and shake hands, man. So I went to a couple parties starting Thursday. Yeah, Thursday my official Grammy week started. Went to the Warner Music party. It was crazy. It was a lot of love, a lot of people. Made a shook out hands, with Kevin Gates, man. I got a song with him. I never met him before, and he had dope vibe, dope energy. Kevin Gates, Kodak Black, Tank, of course doing his thing there. Nipsey Hussle, they celebrated Nipsey. Cause Nipsey got a Grammy, he up for a Grammy, man. People who've been grinding in this industry, which is good to see them looking happy and enjoying life, because we as black people, we need that love. We need the energy in the world right now. So that was dope. Went out to what else? Last night with friends and family, man. Friends and family with all the labels, all the everybody joining in, man. It was one of those things that just, it's almost like a family reunion as far as me in the industry. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, can you explain to people that don't really know, all of us non-music producers, what is Friends and Family?
Friends and Family. So Friends and Family is one of those parties. It used to be one of the big exclusive parties, but it seems like it's a little more out now. But Friends and Family is one of those situations where all of the top publishers, top labels get together, and they do this big party for all the people who like work at the labels or execs at the labels, and they come together, man, in this big, huge production space and party. And it's like, we drinking, what I'm saying, open bar, shaking hands with a lot of the people you need to network with, a lot of dope execs. And so it's one of those things that happen every year at the Grammys. It's one of those you look forward to. And plus it's so many more parties. It's a party everywhere you go. It's a party like everywhere in the city.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's a lot of people that are not in the music industry. You can attend too, but you got to pay a top dollar to get a ticket, but you can still attend. Yeah, because if you search like Grammy week, like LA,
right,
like all the parties pop up.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's crazy. It's parties everywhere.
Right.
But it's all about being at the right parties.
Exactly. What is the right? What's
the right parties? The right parties is the ones that don't have the same D-list people who trying to come up just like you.
Right. You need to get the A-list people.
You got to get a muscle. You got to get some muscle.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I have a question about the Warner party on that happened on Thursday.
Yeah.
Did you meet anybody that you were kind of like excited about?
What's funny? I didn't meet anybody too much I was excited about, because I met a lot of these people before. That's a good question, because I've been in this industry so long. There's not too many people I haven't met that I was like excited about. I mean, a couple of new people, you know what I'm saying? I did meet a couple of A&Rs that I was like, oh shit, we got to really work, because I've been hearing their name a lot. But, other than that, not really, man. Nobody. What's funny? It be so many people at these parties, you really forget who the fuck these people are. So you kind of have to, like, just study, like, okay, cool. Oh, you who? Oh, okay, cool. Or have somebody else who could really rep you, you know what I'm saying, to, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just one of those situations where you have to just know who they are. You have to, and you shake their hands to fuck with who they fuck with. Even tonight it's gonna be crazy parties, more party velour, all over the place. And I've been blessed to know a couple people, and some parties I don't have to finesse no more, thank God. But
you can just walk right in.
Yeah, man. But still, to this day, the one major party we've been trying to get to is the Rock Nation. Come on, Rock Nation, where y'all at? They like they want to give a nigga the invite list, goddamn it, this year. But goddamn, we gonna make it to that bitch one year.
Yeah, you will one year.
No, yeah, we're gonna make it. But it's all good, you know what I'm saying? I just don't feel like the finesse game sometimes. Sometimes you just like, is it really all worth it? Are people gonna look at you funny? Are people gonna look at you crazy? Because some people just are thirsty so bad for the network and the meat. They don't know how they fuck up their own self. Sometimes you gotta wait it out, like the energy wait itself out.
Right. So I mean, what would you say? Like, what advice would you give to upcoming music producers, singers, songwriters who find themselves at these parties, and they know who the executives are, they know who the movers and the shakers of the industry are, and how would you say, even somebody approaching you, like, what advice would you give them on how to properly network and introduce yourself?
Well, you know what? I'm going to tell you what it is. To be honest, I think you always need a rep. Somebody who believes in you, a manager, a lawyer, somebody who already knows somebody and introduce you to 'em. Because I'm gonna tell you, in this industry, it don't matter who you are. If you're trying to be the act, or if you're the performer, or you're the fucking I think if you're the fucking, if you're the act, or you're the money maker, they don't want to talk to you. They want to talk to the person who reps you, who handles the business. Because talking to you, people don't believe in talking to the artist about the business. They want to talk to the one person who know how to handle the business. So you need somebody who can rep you, somebody who's really good at people, networking with people, and they can really be like the ones who can actually introduce you to them. Like, if say for instance, example, if I went walking straight to Jay-Z, he like, who the fuck are you, nigga? But then if I had a dope rap who knew Jay from back in the day, be like, yo, Jay, this my new protege. Oh, word, yo, we gonna get in. Yeah, fuck with him. Give me a call.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? It's a whole difference, so.
It's like almost like a person needs to vouch for you.
Somebody has to vouch for you in this industry because it's still a closed door industry. So you need vouchers. You need vouchers and people who believe in you. And they will find you when they believe in you.
Okay, that's what's up. So, #inspiration.
It's that inspiration.
Yeah, giving the people some inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. I mean,
right.
I just think that's going to be hard for somebody that really doesn't have the money to have representation.
Yeah.
But then I guess you just have to network with some people then.
Absolutely.
So the people be your representation, somebody to vouch for you instead of just a straight like lawyer or manager.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay. That was a little gem, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you caught it.
Got it.
Yeah, all right. That's what's up. Boom.
Yeah.
So what else is going on?
I mean, that's it going on. You know what I'm saying? We just, as far as me, I'm just trying to keep, grinding every day. Pushing out projects, pushing out records, pushing out inspirational messages to people who need them, because everybody need them, because we out here, we are, most of the us people out here in LA are transplants. So we all need each other. We forget about that, so I'm just out here, grinding. I got a couple projects going out, with Universal. I'm working with a lot of their new artists. I'm working with a lot of people, so I'm just loving life right now.
That's what's up. That sounds very lovely.
Very lovely.
It sounds very lovely.
Right.
That's good. All right. Well, it's been nice to have you on this episode, Noise.
Hey, thank you.
I appreciate you coming on my podcast.
Hey.
And tell the people where they can reach you at, or if they want some music production, some vocal production.
Absolutely, because you know what? I am consulting now. Because, damn it, I've been doing it for 20 years, and they said just consult these days. So that's what I'm doing. So, yeah, if you want to reach me, want any consulting advice, come at Noizebeatz. That's on my IG, at Noise, Noizebeatz. That's the platforms of everything. You can find me on Noizebeatz.com. Noizebeatz everything, man. So it's always a pleasure to give some people some jewels. You dig that?
That's what's up. Well, that's all from the studio in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. Take care. Until next time. Peace out.
Peace out.